a look at the person next to you and say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And welcome to Unity of Springfield. We're going to start our service in the Blue Book on page 44 with a song called We Are Blessed. Thank you, Ye and Alyssa, for getting us started today. Well, we light the Christ candle as a part of our connection to the greater unity movement, where we connect and hold individual ministries in prayer each week. And this week we hold all the ministries in the state of Virginia. So let us pause for a moment, close our eyes, and feel our connection with the one source, the one power, the one energy of the universe, and we envision blessings of good for everyone in the state of Virginia. And we encircle the globe with love as we bless all 8 billion of us living on this planet Earth. And we affirm abundance, love, harmony, and understanding for all. Thank you, God. Amen. And now I invite to the platform our board president, Chris Smith, for a board minute.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We ask that you pardon our dust. In the next few weeks, we will be refurbishing the Reiki room. At the most recent board meeting, we approved a $1,500 budget for this work to refurbish the Reiki room, including new carpeting. So they wonder what's going on in there? That's going to be what's going on. We also continue to do work on stabilizing the rental house as we prepare it for its final disposition, which is still undetermined. So anybody who has ideas, please share them with any board member. So welcome again as platformer. We are so glad you are here. We extend a special welcome to those of you visiting today for the first time. On your way in today, you should have received a welcome packet. We also have a gift for you. Please see one of our greeters after today's service. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement. We are an inclusive community, and we welcome all people. The community meals team will have a meeting today after the Sunday service in the board meeting room to begin planning for the Christmas gift bags for the shelter. All are welcome. Reiki treatments will be offered after the service in the Reiki room. Use the sign-up sheet located in the foyer or ask any of our Reiki practitioners wearing an orange lanyard to receive a free 12 to 15-minute treatment. If you are number 1 and number 2 on the sign-up sheet, go to the Reiki room after the service to begin your treatment. Other participants, please continue to enjoy fellowship in Margaret Kane Hall until you are called by one of the practitioners. The Sunday 9 a.m. Spiritually Speaking class is currently studying Discover the Power Within You by Eric Butterworth. Get your copy and join us for the study of this Unity classic. Everyone is invited to join us for a Mindful Monday Peace Circle on Mondays. From 3 to 4 p.m., we will gather in the youth room and on Zoom to take a collective breath and a deep exhale of renewal, connecting with one another in loving kindness to bring more peace to our world. Reverend Alden is facilitating a summer class based on the Unity booklet, Spiritual Keys to Overcoming Adversity. The class is on Wednesday from 1 to 2, running through September 2nd here at the church. Each class is based on an individual topic, so come and go as your schedule permits. Booklets are available free of charge in the bookstore. A free will love offering will be received at the end of each class. Wednesday at 5:30 p.m., Karen Kelly will lead the gathering meditation via Zoom, creating a sacred space for quiet, introspective meditation. Carol Strick will be starting a centering prayer group on Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. This will be a weekly in-person meditation meeting in the Reiki room. Centering prayer is a receptive method of silent prayer in which we experience God's presence within us. A group trip to Unity Village is being arranged for October. Save the dates, October 19th through the 22nd, and plan to join us. There are sign-up sheets in the foyer and Margaret Kane Hall. This will be an opportunity to build camaraderie with each other while having a meaningful spiritual experience. There will be a Pride and Joy service later today at 6:30 p.m. at Abraham Lincoln UU Congregation. This service is sponsored by United Opening and Affirming Faith Communities of Springfield, in which Unity of Springfield is a member. All are welcome. Emails are sent out weekly that have information on current happenings and how to join in events. To sign up for our emails, ask a greeter for a yellow card to fill out, or visit our website to subscribe. Also, check out our website for up-to-date information at unityofspringfieldil.org. That's unityofspringfieldil, all run together, all lowercase, .org. We would like to give special thanks to Doug Brackney and Carol Strick for coordinating the latest art show and reception that took place yesterday, and thank you to all those who contributed their talents to the opening. Creating our lives and our world through the thoughts and beliefs we hold in mind is a spiritual principle we practice at Unity of Springfield. We also know this truth: together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. Our Unity vision statement: together, we envision spiritual awakening for all. Our Unity mission statement, again together, we provide a positive environment for spiritual growth. And I will now invite up Debbie Smith, who will share with us today's Daily Word.
Good morning. Good morning. And before I read today's Daily Word, it's a daily word which celebrates fathers and fatherhood. And if there's anyone here or viewing online who did not have a loving, nurturing father, this is not meant to diminish you by only holding up loving, caring fathers. So if you had a difficult father, or one that said you were not enough, or one that abused you, we wish to honor you as having survived that kind of situation. So do not feel that Unity does not celebrate you. Unity honors you and is with you and is supporting you. Today's word is blessing for fathers. The affirmation: I celebrate fatherhood and bless all fathers today. Today, I bless my father and give thanks for the part he played in my life. I also bless those who showed me fatherly love, who taught and guided me, who led by example by demonstrating the divine attributes of strength and wisdom. The love and support I received from all the father figures of my life helped me become the person I am today. I am grateful for these special ones who saw my potential and encouraged me to reach high and pursue my dreams. I am also thankful to them for the encouragement they provided during times of disappointment and discouragement. I bless the world's fathers and pray they know the support and guidance they have so lovingly shared with me. And from the scriptures, the righteous walk in integrity. Happy are the children who follow them. And again, the affirmation, please join me. I celebrate fatherhood and bless all fathers today. And before we hear today's meditation and message from Reverend Alden, he will be performing special music for us. You just can't get more than what you get here at Unity.
I think I Do I have any? Thank you. Thank you. The inspiration for this service today actually came from when I was listening to Gay a few months ago. You know how she plays different things at the end of a service, little tunes and things like that. And she was playing, I think, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And I go, oh my gosh, I got an inspiration around that. So today's service is, in this song, is about what's called America's pastime. So, give me a moment. Well, beat the drum and hold the phone. The sun came out today. Born again, there's new grass on the field. Well, a rounding bird and heading for home. It's a brown-eyed, handsome man. Anyone can understand the way I feel. Oh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Well, I spent some time in the Mudville mine, watching it from the bench. You know, I took some lumps when the mighty case struck out. So say, hey, Willie, tell the cop, Joe DiMaggio, don't say it ain't so. You know the time is now. Oh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I could be center field. Got a beat-up glove, a homemade bat, and a brand new pair of shoes. You know, I think it's time to give this game a ride. Just to hit the ball and touch 'em all. A moment in the sun, it's gone and you can tell that one goodbye. Oh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I could be. Oh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Yes. Let's see if you can meditate now. We'll give it a try. we're here for the next few minutes to allow the energy, the spirit, and the power of the universe, of the source, of the Christ, to flow through us. And so let us gently close our eyes, take in a deep breath, and relax. Relax and let go. And we can feel the shift from outward attention, outward focus. And we feel ourselves moving that focus and that attention within to that place within us that is vast, unending, without limits. It is the space of divine mind, the mind of Spirit of God, which is unlimited in its expression. And when we feel our oneness and our connection with the inner power, the inner source, we feel empowered to be the being, the person that is our potential. And we see that potential within us expressing in ways that sometimes we have not anticipated. And what we discover, the more that we are prayerfully connected, the more that we are embracing our higher self, the more that we're embracing the spiritual being of us, the more that we discover our capacity to be loving, compassionate, and understanding. And it's when we're able to direct that compassion and understanding on ourselves, toward ourselves, the more that we can begin to forgive our foibles, our crazy decisions. The more we can do that, the more that we can do that for others, to give them a break, to understand their journey. And as we've already heard from Debbie about how many people have had fathers that perhaps didn't live up to the highest expectation of fatherhood. This is where inner compassion, understanding, and love come to help free all of us who may have experienced this kind of upbringing. If this was the case for you, let the power and presence of Spirit dissolve the memories that need love, that need understanding, that need compassion. And allow the power of love to make that connection on a spiritual level with whomever may have harmed you, or caused you challenges. And if your parents, your father was a great father, a wonderful father, then ride that wave of love and compassion toward your memories of them. And so right now, today, we acknowledge the presence and power of the Christ Spirit in all, in everyone, and especially within ourselves. And so let us, for the next few moments, sit quietly in the silence, beholding the good in all. Everyone on this planet is connected through a common spirituality and humanity. And each of us is here to learn, to grow, and to embrace the good in others, and to embrace the uniquenesses that we all are. And so we move from this time of meditation with grateful hearts, thankful for renewed understanding of who we are as spiritual beings expressing through our human aspects. And we give thanks in the name and through the power of the living Christ's presence within us all. And so it is. Amen. There you are. Well, big thank you to everybody who makes this service possible, to our music staff, to Gay and Alyssa, who let me join them today, and Chris and Deb on the platform, thank you, and Shelley and Danny in the back in the tech booth there, thank you guys, to Ron and Doris, our greeters. Ron's birthday's today, just to let you guys know, so he'll get all kinds of blessings from you. And in youth education, we have our youth and family director, Jen, and I believe Peggy, oh, Peggy's here, someone else is in there. Myra, thank you, Myra's in there. And to everybody who's involved in hospitality, who brings goodies and makes coffee and all that stuff. And to Chris Fireshawn, our administrative director, who I will be going to visit this Thursday in person. I try to make a yearly visit to go see my boss, so. Welcome to everybody who's watching us on YouTube and Facebook. And before I get into my talk, I want to acknowledge a federal holiday that happened on Friday, Juneteenth. And This is a new holiday that was established on June 17th in honor of the official emancipation of all enslaved African Americans. It's also known as Juneteenth, National Day of Independence or Freedom. It marks the day in 1865 when the Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced the General Order No. 3 freeing the last enslaved people in the United States. And so we have this celebration. It's not something that we've celebrated a lot here in our church. We don't have that many people who come who are African American, but it's important that we acknowledge it. And I want to share with you a proclamation that was made by our Unity Home Office right as this holiday was established in 2021. And I'm going to read it for you. Unity Worldwide Ministry stands for anti-racism. For example, we are opposed to racial hatred, racial violence, bias, systemic racism, and the oppression of people of color. We stand for diversity, equity, and inclusion for people who are marginalized because of color. No individual or group should be made to live in fear or excluded from society. Recent events in the United States and the world remind us that violent repression, prejudices, injustices, and inequalities toward people of color are embedded in societies, from social structures to institutions to cultures. Unity chooses to be more aware and to take positive action in dismantling systemic racism and the social structures that support injustice and prejudice, and we raise awareness throughout our membership, churches, and centers. And to summarize it, at least my view of Juneteenth and what it means is that we're not free unless everyone is free. And so this is something that we can take into our hearts and acknowledge Juneteenth. And we move on in the talk today to put me in coach. Well, happy Father's Day. We've already affirmed that with the daily word. Happy Father's Day to fathers, surrogate fathers, father figures. You know, you can be a father figure and maybe not have your own biological children. I think it's serendipitous that this day happens while baseball season is in full swing. Yeah? And many kids maybe played catch with their fathers. Did your father play catch with you? You know, you have your mitt and the ball and go down to the park or the front yard. Maybe so. Did you go to baseball games with your father? Maybe. Was your dad a baseball coach? I don't know. In my case, my father was not a sports fan. Period. Nothing. Nada. My mother, on the other hand, was a huge sports fan. Lots of sports. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey, NASCAR. The TV was always on in her house with sports on. She grew up in Hammond, Indiana. For those of you unfamiliar with Hammond, Indiana, that's going to be the future home of the NFL team, the Hammond Bears. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Chicago Bears football team. They're thinking about moving from Soldier Field to somewhere else. That's one possible place. And even though she grew up almost on the south side of Chicago in Hammond, which is right on the state line with Illinois, you think she'd be a White Sox fan. The people on the south side, Sox, north part of Chicago, Cubs, right? She was a diehard Cubs fan. Cubs all the way. And so I remember going to a Cubs game with my parents when I was like 8 years old. That was cool. But then when I was 10 years old, when I was in 4th grade, we moved 5,000 miles to Honolulu. And what she did is she transferred all of her love of the Chicago Cubs to the Hawaii Islanders. My mother was not a camera hog. She didn't like her photo taken, and you can tell by these photos. particularly that one there that I remember taking when we were on a little vacation on the north shore of Hawaii. We were in Haleiwa, if you're familiar with Hawaii. We were staying in that tent camper. And she was cooking something on the hibachi there. And I got out my camera and took that photo of her. Now, the one over there on the left, smiling, I think I caught her at a good moment. That's my mother. And we all went to baseball games quite a bit at Honolulu Stadium, affectionately known as the Termite Palace. And here's the Termite Palace up in the top there. You can see it there on the corner of King Street, and I forgot what the other street is there. So there's everybody lined up to go inside, and here's the ticket office here. And here are some tickets from this era, 1975. I picked that date because that's when I graduated from high school. Right here, you can buy them on eBay, okay? And back then, the tickets were $3 to get in. The box seats, $3. But on eBay, they're $9, so you know inflation's really hit hard. But the Hawaii Islanders, you're probably wondering, who are the Hawaii Islanders? Well, they were not in the major leagues. They were a AAA team. And they were in the Pacific Coast League. So here's a little bit about the Pacific Coast League here. And there were East and West divisions. So the East Division had Salt Lake City, Tucson, Phoenix, and Albuquerque. And then the West Division, well, Hawaii, obviously, or Honolulu, in the West with Tacoma, Spokane, and Sacramento. In 1975, the Hawaii Islanders won the PCL championship in a best-of-7 series. They defeated the Salt Lake City Gulls 8-0 in a final game on September 8, 1975, closing out their historic area at the Termite Palace, that's in quotes, Honolulu Stadium, before moving to Aloha Stadium. Yeah, we're always building new stadiums in this country. So they moved to Aloha Stadium, and I got to mention Aloha Stadium. My father was a mechanical engineer. He ended up working on the building of Aloha Stadium. And do you know what a big part of his job was at Aloha Stadium? To ensure that when all the toilets in the stadium were flushed at the same time, that the drainage system worked. That was my dad's contribution. But you can see down there, it's a little hard to see it. These games were well attended. They would get almost 3,000 people every game. And, you know, they played 144 games in a season, so divide that by 2. And there were, 70-plus games that were played at Honolulu Stadium with a really pretty strong attendance. And they won in 1975. The whole thing. Here they are, standing on the field in the Termite Palace. You're wondering why it's called the Termite Palace. Let me show you some photos of my family. Of course, not my mother, because you don't like her photo taken. It's my sister. I'm up there at the top in the middle. My cousin's over there. She lived with us for a year. And you can see that the seats, those gray painted seats, that was painted on wood. Hawaii has a horrible termite problem. There's always, you see a big tent around somebody's house. It's because they're fumigating it for termites. In this place, there was always some night during the season. And they had a lot of night games, obviously people working during the day. And sometime during, I don't know what inning it would be, the termites on one side of the stadium would decide to migrate to the other side of the stadium, and they come flying around the middle of the field and go on the other side, and then you can see like up there all those signs and billboards, and people get out their programs and start smacking the termites. And that all went away when they built Aloha Stadium. It was not built of wood. I'm getting nostalgic here. I'm getting all weepy. So my mother was the baseball fan. I mean, she was hardcore. My father's contribution to the baseball was picking her up in our family station wagon when it was done. Now, my father had one sport that he liked. It's not so much a spectator sport, it's more of an individual sport. My father liked fishing. So you can see my sister and myself in these photos here. You can tell it's a long time ago because that's back when the whole world was black and white. And there we are on a lake in a boat with our little life preservers fishing in Wisconsin. We would go to this resort up on the state line between the UP of Michigan and Wisconsin and go fishing on this lake. And if you got across a certain part of the lake, you actually ended up going from Wisconsin to Michigan, but your license was still good on the Michigan side. So we go up there every year when we lived in Indiana. A little hard to go to in Hawaii, but you know, my dad loved fishing, and this continued throughout his life. This is a shot from 2004 when we went up to that same resort. And that's my uncle kind of sitting over here with the blue jacket. And we're out there fishing, having a great time, you know. And if my father were alive today, he would be 98 years old. And if he were alive today, he'd be fishing. I mean, here he is, fishing at a newly developed fishing spot, because, you know, bluegills love this kind of environment. I put this, and by the way, this is the first time I ever used AI to create something. I couldn't do it with other, yeah. And there was a Facebook group that said, put your favorite photo, that, you know, funny photo of this place. And I put this on there, it says, my dad fishing. Last time I checked, it had 200 likes. No kidding, yeah. Most of you are aware, I think by now, that I didn't grow up in Springfield. We have been here, we're coming up on 2.5 years. That's a real milestone for us, because that's how long we were in Florida. So once we get beyond June, it's all, you know, we'll be 100% Springfieldians. I don't know what we're called here. But you downstate people, right, anyway. So I've had to learn about all the different sports preferences here. You know, it's different in every part of the country. And I have learned that the University of Illinois is the #1 sports focus, correct?
As far as I'm concerned.
Okay, that's what I mean. But when it comes to Major League Baseball, it's somewhat divided, and I went and checked online, because you go online, that's always right. This is what I discovered. Does this seem sort of correct? Yeah, based on your being from Springfield, and when you think about who do you like? The Cards, the Cubs, the Sox? So close. I know if you're from Chicago, it's going to be those two, one of them. Mm-hmm. How many of you have been to Cardinals games? Mm-hmm. I've been to Cardinals games in the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, where we lived for 23 years. Yeah, don't hold that against me. Yeah. But we really value baseball that's local, that we can relate to. And it could be the Cubs, the Sox, the Cardinals, Little League, college. I don't know about the University of Illinois baseball team, but they're probably great. It's America's pastime, but you know, it's extremely popular in other countries. Canada, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, most of Latin America. Some of the greatest players have come from Latin America. Dominican Republic, Cuba. Yeah. Put me in coach. It's all about baseball. You know, let's take a look at the lyrics just a little bit here. You know, this was a song that John Fogerty, who used to be the creative force of Creedence Clearwater Revival, he wrote this song because I looked it up. that when he was growing up on the West Coast, it's before like the West Coast major league teams really got going, like the San Francisco Giants and stuff like that. So he would watch Yankees games and things like that, so that's where he kind of got his view of things. Well, beat the drum and hold the phone. The sun came out today. We're born again. There's new grass on the field. It's opening day, you know? We're born again, okay? New grass on the field. Around in third, heading for home. It's a brown-eyed, handsome man. That's a line from a Chuck Berry song. You can't go wrong with Chuck Berry. Anyone can understand the way I feel. So this is how a lot of people feel about baseball. They love it. Oh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Well, I spent some time in the Mudville mine watching it from the bench. I had to look up what the Mudville 9 was. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. You know, I took some lumps when the mighty Casey struck out. So say, hey, Willie, tell Ty Cobb and Joe DiMaggio, don't say it ain't so, you know, the time is now. Hall of Fame guys. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. I can be center field. When you hear this message, doesn't it make you feel like saying yes to life? Yes to the opportunities that are laid at our feet. Yes to what comes our way. Spent some time in the Mudville mine watching it from the bench. This is from a mock heroic poem written in 1888 by Ernest Thayer called Casey at the Bat. And Casey comes to bat as the winning run takes 2 strikes and swings and strikes out, ending the game. Oh my, oh my. And so we watch and we observe other people doing cool stuff, accomplishing great things. And we all see those Hall of Famers who played in center field, Willie Mays, Ty Cobb, Joe DiMaggio. But for some reason, we've been held back. We're stuck on the bench or having to watch. But now, we've discovered something in ourselves. We're not feeling stuck anymore. We're feeling free and liberated. We're ready to step up to the bat, win the game, and make our mark. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Today, look at me. I can be center field. When we're only observers, we're only sitting on the bench or even in the stands, we're not ready. We don't believe in our ability to succeed. We don't feel like we're capable of stepping up. There's a lingering sense of inadequacy or even unworthiness about being able to be in the game. And so that underlying feeling and emotion holds us back until we say to that emotion, move on, leave. You no longer serve me. And we say to ourselves, I don't want to warm the bench anymore. And these are consistent with our 3rd and 5th unity principles. Unity's 3rd principle. We are co-creators with God, creating reality through the thoughts held in mind. That's a very proactive principle. It puts it on us through our creative process, partnering with the one source, the one power of the universe, in manifesting what we want to see in life. It doesn't say someone else co-creates our reality with God, creating our reality through their thoughts held in mind. When we do that, what are we doing? We're giving away our power. We're limiting ourselves. We're saying to somebody, well, you figure it out for me and tell me what to do. Interesting way to live. And then the 5th principle. Through thoughts, words, and actions, we live the truth we know. We put it to work. It shows up in our life. We make an effort. It doesn't say, through thoughts, words, and actions, we stare at the truth we know. Well, that's kind of scary looking guy, but he's staring. So it's saying to the universe, to the source, to God, put me in, bring about this. Because when we think others are here to decide it for us, when we stare at the truth we know, we place ourselves in the role of the victim. Helpless, passive, bench warmer. And so if we're in the game, if we're alive right now here on earth, which means we're in the game, why are we sitting on the bench? Put me in, coach. This is Los Angeles catcher Logan O'Hoppe. And we see a Bible verse on this piece around his neck. Isaiah 6:8. Then I heard the Lord asking, whom shall I send as a messenger to this people? Who will go for us? And I said, here I am. Send me. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Today, I can be, in his case, the catcher. Mm-hmm. So it's up to each of us to discern what we're being called to do, how we're being directed. It's not up to somebody else. Now, we all don't play baseball. I tried to play baseball. I had a glove. I had a ball. And in Hawaii, we had this big wall that was part of the house. It was like a painted brick. I remember it was white. And I would throw the ball at that wall. And I'd imagine that I was some famous pitcher or something like that. But I didn't play very well. I had a girlfriend once who played softball. She was good. She was better than me. So we don't all are great at baseball. But again, we're here on planet Earth right now to do something. And I'm not here to tell anybody what that is. That's beyond my pay grade. It's beyond everybody else's pay grade, too. Our relatives, our friends. Yeah. We have to own it. We have to feel it. We have to sense what are our possibilities. And that's how the third and fifth principles work. We have to be the ones to say, put me in, coach. I want to do that. I want to do that. Now, I mentioned that poem, Casey at the Bat. And I read the poem from 1888. I then heard an audio recitation of it that was done around 1920 and listened to it, and I go, I can barely understand what they're saying. But I found someone who interpreted this poem, and I want to leave you with this baseball poem from Americana by somebody that I think you would be familiar with. So we will watch this as we move forward. A little louder.
It was looking rather hopeful for our Dustburg team that day. We were leading Mudville 4-2 with an inning left to play. We got Cooney on a grounder, Muldoon on the same. 2 out, none on, top of the ninth. We thought we won the game. Mudville was despairing, and we grinned and cheered and clapped to think that after all these years our losing string had snapped. And we only wished that Casey, the big fat ugly lout, would be the patsy who would make the final shameful out. Oh, how we hated Casey. He was a blot upon the game. Every dog in Dustburg barked at the mention of his name. A bully and a braggart, a cretin and a swine. If Casey came to bat, we'd put it where the moon don't shine. 2 out, and up came Flynn to bat with Jimmy Blake on deck, and the former was a loser. and the ladder was a wreck. And though the game was in the bag, the Dustburg fans were hurt to think that Casey would not come and get his just dessert. But Flynn, he got a single, the most unlikely sight, and Blake swung like a spastic, but he poked it deep to right. And when the dust had settled and fickle fate had beckoned, there was Flynn hugging third, and Jimmy safe at second. And then from every Dustburg throat arose a lusty cry, "Send up the slimy meatball and let him stand and die. Throw the mighty slider, let him hear it whiz, and let him hit a pop-up like the pansy that he is." There was pride in Casey's visage as he strode across the grass. There was scorn in his demeanor as he calmly scratched his back. 10,000 people booed him when he stepped into the box, and they made a very vulgar sound when he bent to fix his socks. And now the fabled slider came spinning toward the mitt, and Casey watched it coming, and he did not go for it. And the umpire jerked his arm like he was hauling in the sun, and the cry rang from the box seats to the bleachers, "Strike one!" 10,000 Dustburg partisans raised such a mighty cheer, the pigeons in the rafters crapped and ruined all the beer. "You filthy, ignorant, rotten, slimy, miserable son of a gun," we yelled at mighty Casey, and then came the second one. It was our hero's fastball, and it came across the plate, and according to the radar, it was going 98, and according to the umpire, it came in straight and true, and the cry rang from the toilet to the bullpen, "Right to!" 10,000 Dustburg fans arose in joyful loud derision to question Casey's salary, his manhood, and his vision. Then, while the Dustburg pitcher put the rosin on the ball, 10,000 people hooted to think of Casey's fall. Oh, the fury in his visage as he spat tobacco juice and heard our little children screaming violent abuse. He knocked the dirt from off his spikes, reached down and eased his pants. "What's the matter? Did you lose him?" cried a lady in the stands. And then the Dustburg pitcher stood majestic on the hill and leaned in toward the plate, and then the crowd was still, and he went into his windup and he kicked and let it go, and then the air was shattered with the force of Casey's blow. He swung so hard his hair fell off, and he fell down in disgrace, and the Dustburg catcher held the ball, and the crowd tore up the place with Casey lying in the dirt amid the boos and jeers. We threw wieners down at him and other souvenirs. We pounded on the dugout roof when they helped him to the bench, and we ran out to the parking lot and got a monkey wrench and found the Mudville bus and took the lug nuts off the tires and attached some firecrackers to the alternator wires. We rubbed the doors and windows with a special kind of cheese that smells like something died from an intestinal disease. Old Casey took his sweet time, but we were glad to wait, and we showered him with gravel as he came out through the gate. So happy were the Dustburg fans that great and glorious day. It took a dozen cops to help poor Casey get away. And then we grabbed hold of the bumpers and we rocked him to and fro, and he cursed us from inside the bus, and gosh, we loved it so. Sometimes in America, the sun is shining bright, life is joyful sometimes, and all the world seems right. But there is no joy in Dustburg, no joy so pure and sweet as when the mighty Casey fell, demolished at our feet.
Well, thank you for indulging me with that. And let's play ball musically. We're going to sing number 17, "I Choose Love," Blue Books.
that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
Thank you, Alyssa and Gay. Well, we have an opportunity to support our ministry, Unity of Springfield, in a tangible way. If you have an offering you'd like to share today, a donation to make, we have bowls in the front and back of the church to receive your gift. You can also give electronically through our website, unityofspringfieldil.org. You just go to the donate link there. And if you're watching online, there is a link coming up on your screen. You can text to give at 217-335-4121. And we have mail here at the church, 417 East Cordelia, Springfield, 62703, if you'd like to mail us a check. And so let us now join together in affirming our offering blessing. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. Amen. Let us now join together with our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now let us rise, form a circle as we sing, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
What we